Hello my dear friends. In this class we're going to turn this beautiful image into a stunning animation. Just look at that. She touches her forehead with her finger and suddenly everything changes. She goes into a dreamy mode. This artwork was created using two apps. First of all, Photoshop, where we're going to transform this image and add all the cool spacey effects. Second part is After Effects, where we're actually going to animate the hand and also add other animations where as soon as she touches her forehead, everything starts revealing. But before we go to the art process, let me just remind you that if you love my projects and you want to be able to create them on your own as well, go to learnfromfred.com and here you can choose your path depending on your Photoshop knowledge level. For example, beginner is a person who just started and has very little Photoshop knowledge. Intermediate is a person who knows already Photoshop basics. Or you can choose for professionals, which is for people who are already professionals but want to expand their knowledge, because guess what? You can always learn more. You can choose the levels and I will show you the classes that you can actually take depending on your level. For example, for beginners, first you learn image editing in Photoshop from 0 to Pro. Then you learn how to create stunning animations using Photoshop. And then you learn 3D in Photoshop again to create beautiful artworks using 3D effects. You can also go and check the path for intermediate and also the path for advanced students, where of course you're going to create some really extremely advanced artworks and maybe even learn After Effects and advanced animations. All that is just for $19 per month, but guess what? Your first month is a 50% discount. That means you're getting it for $9 for your first month and you get to try all the cool classes that are available on the website. If you just click all classes, you will see what type of cool classes I'm talking about. With that said, let's go! Oh, let me just put my fancy screen protection glasses, and in case you're wondering what is this, is just to make sure my hair doesn't fall on my eyes because it's annoying. And that's how you become extreme nerd, by wearing two glasses. The first thing I want to do is to edit the colors, and I will do that by going to Camera Raw Filter. I want my artwork to have some really dreamy colors, and as you can see, by just reducing contrast and extending the haze, I already get this really strong and beautiful colors that we didn't see before. I'm gonna add a really nice spacey image here, and I want to blend it only on her face, and for that I will actually have to select her face. I'm gonna do it using the newest Photoshop selection tool, which helps you to automatically select things, and look at this, boom, as you can see the face is selected just like that. Easy, almost perfecto, okay? And anyway, I'm gonna create a mask on this new image, and I will try to change blending modes to see which mode performs the best. And this is what we got so far. So far looks beautiful. I also tried to blend this grass with the face because I wanted to change the texture of the face, but it didn't work out. It actually looked pretty horrible. I mean, as you can see, it's bad. And naturally, if you're following this art process, I expect you to know at least basics of Photoshop. But then I found this really nice texture, and this is the texture that I wanted to have because I want to give my character android vibes, basically to make it look like it's a robot. As you can see, once I start changing the blending modes, it starts looking really nice. I will use just some brightness contrast effects on this image to try to change the texture a bit. Next step is to color the eyes. I want to make the eyes also pretty bright and strongly visible, so that's why I'm gonna use some pinky color and again change the blending mode. Yeah, color dodge would work. And now once I turn on texture that we had and also the space effect, it already starts looking really nice. Now I'm gonna create a solid color and probably a bluish one because I wanted to give the whole image a bluish tone. And next step is of course to again change the blending modes. This is what you get if you choose the subtract blending mode using blue color. I mean, it basically does the reverse of blue, which is kinda greenish yellow, I guess. And now the cool thing is that by changing that color, I can actually change the color of the face also. So I need to delete it from the hair. My plan is to change the color of the hair to something different. And boom, I'm just gonna create another color layer and change the color of the hair only. This is starting to look nice. I didn't expect that, but it's going well so far. High five! Come on, just slap the screen. Okay, I will not forget that. So now I want to create kinda lines on the face, like small pillows on her face kinda. And for that I created a brightness contrast layer. And what I am planning to do is, I will draw with this brightness contrast layer, as you can see. And voila, I'm just gonna do the same for the whole beautiful face. And boom chicka boom, this is what you get. But this is not the end, of course. I'm gonna create a duplicate of this brightness layer, as you can see, and I will invert it. And the reason I did that is to be able to control the parts inside these cells, because with my previous brightness layer I only created these lines here and I was controlling only these lines. But with this brightness layer, because my mask is inverted, I'm controlling the cells inside. See? Genius! Let me drink my tea. I'm kidding, it's whiskey, but don't tell anyone, okay? What I cannot drink while recording a video. So now as you can see, I'm turning bevel and emboss on this brightness layer. And what bevel and emboss does, it adds darkness, darker shadows around the selected areas. And as you can see, we have them here. And now these areas look like a 3D. And boom! Okay, and just to explain you what exactly here happened, because the face was previously greenish, now suddenly green color is gone. Well, that's because I just turned it off. We have here our texture, we have here our pillow effect, we have this dreamy, spacey points, and also we have here this beautiful eyes and lips. And also the hair is also red. So now I will start preparing my files for export into After Effects, and for that I actually need to export them separately. I need to select the hand, and as you can see I have selected the hand here, and also I created a layer only with the hand. As you can see, we have your hands mask here, and the reason for that is that the hand needs to be a separate layer so that in After Effects I can actually move it and modify it. And as you can see here, I'm trying to remove it. Here it kinda removed the hand, but it's very messy. Yeah, this is how it looks basically. I don't really care what is here because I'm going to put hand here anyway. I'm going to do that using Killing Brush tool, which basically helps you to get rid of the things that you don't want. And I'm also going to use Clone Stamp tool to clone from here, basically to copy this part of the image and then paste them here. As you can see, I can make it smooth. So anyway, as you can see, it's lots of work, you know, just copy pasting, getting rid of the weird things, and finally it's looking okay. So now let's go to the background effects. I'm going to have stars on both of these walls because once she presses the button on her face, the background is going to get darker as well. So as you can see, what I'm doing here, I created an exposure effect. I made the exposure lower, but I also added here a mask, which is making sure that I don't make the face darker. I'm making only everything around the face. As you can see, this mask, you see? And boom, with some brightness effect and exposure effect, we're already getting here some nice imagery. Next steps are pretty simple. I will add this type of glitchy texture here, and I will try to change the blending mode so that it looks like a space. And my goal is actually to put it, of course, first to the left side of the wall and then to the right side. So I will try to create this type of mask, and boom, now we have it on the left side, and we have to do the same to the right side as well. So I'm just gonna quickly forward everything. So now it's time to go to After Effects. But let me show you first what type of files I'm going to export there. I'm going to have this image without the hand. I'm going to have only the hand. I'm going to have this image which happens when she presses the button. I'm going to have this hand a part of this darker image, and then we have another image where we see the space already. And besides that, I'm also gonna have here this UFO image and also just some kind of planet image. But before we go there, I actually want to show you something even crazier. Look at this crazy animation. Just look at it. Wow, what was that? Well, that, my friends, was an advanced animation created using After Effects. And I know most of you probably don't know how to use After Effects, you have never used it or maybe even not heard of it. But guess what? I have created a class where I teach After Effects from zero and also show you how to create this trippy animation so you can do it yourself as well. And before we go into the finishing our animation, a quick promo video about that class. Hello dear friends, my name is Fred, and in this class you're going to learn how to create this stunning animation. Just look at this. Wow, breathtaking. This is probably the trippiest animation I've ever created. When I posted it on my Instagram, people loved it. And they have been asking me for a long time to create a class for this, and finally I did it. And the cool thing is that this class is perfect both for people who have never ever used After Effects and for people who have already experienced using After Effects. The class is structured so that the first 2 lessons I'm going to explain some basic principles of After Effects for people who have never used it, and that means that people who already know how to use After Effects can just skip those lessons. The whole class is going to be learning and creating the project at the same time. So basically it's going to be minimum boring stuff and maximum fun. You're going to learn how to create this really nice teeth animation, how to put them in a loop, how to animate the position or scale of any object, how to use puppet pin tool, which will help you to deform your static objects and make them move however you want them. Like how we did it with this tongue in this animation. You will also see how we can separate the face into 2 different parts and many more advanced techniques. There are hundreds of little details in this class that you will learn on the go. Let's just look at this animation once more. With that said, I really hope you're going to enjoy this and love this class just as much I loved creating it. Don't make me wait. I want to teach this to you. And again, you can get that class by either going to learnfromfred.com, going to all classes, and then you'll be able to find it here and purchase it. Or if you want to access all of the crazy classes that I have, you can try all of them for just $9 for your first month. It's up to you. Oh my god, my camera is about to die, so let me go faster, okay? So I'm just gonna import first of all of the images that I need into my project. And as you can see, the hand, the image, and blah blah blah. And I will have to place the hand exactly on the right spot so that no one will ever know that we got rid of it. Okay, my next step is to take this puppet pin tool. This tool actually helps us to create points on the hand, and in case you actually watched the promo just a minute before that, I also showed you that tool there, and in that class I'm actually teaching you how to use that tool. And basically what you can do with this is that you can create points on any object, and then because of this point you can actually animate the object. So just look at this magic. You see I created points here, and then I'm gonna create another point here on the hand. And look, now I can drag the hand and move it to the left and right, and I can animate this as well. Boo! So once the finger clicks the button on the forehead, the second image needs to start appearing. And this is basically the second image where we have already everything. So what I will do here is I'm going to select only the face with this image. So basically I'm going to create a mask using it's the same like if you would create a mask in Photoshop, but we're doing it in After Effects. And well, as you can see now, we see only the face edited and we don't see the background edited at all. And the reason I did that is I want to show the face first, and then only after that I will animate the background. And what I'm going to do, as you can see, I also have here created a small circle. I'm going to use that circle as a mask. Once the circle starts getting bigger, the bigger it gets, the more effect we will see. And when I'm increasing it, as you can see, I'm kind of revealing the face edits. It's almost like a door to another portal. So now I'm gonna do the same to all the other images as well. So basically for the background image, as you can see, I also have another circle here which is getting bigger. And now I'm going to do the same with this image as well, which is just a little bit darker. Again, let me just show it to you just once more time. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why I did that or said that. Just doing some crazy stuff. More whiskey will help me not be so crazy. Actually, no, it will do the reverse thing, but anyway. So now I'm using here a camera layer, and camera basically helps us to imagine that you have a camera and you can just zoom in, zoom out, go to the left, right, and so on. You can see the camera starts, so it starts rotating, and as you can see, also the finger is reaching to the face, and once it clicks that point, the animation starts kicking in and everything gets so beautiful and crazy. And look at that, we start now here getting the second image, which is darker, and then we will see the third image, which already has the background spacey effects. I'm like a commentating on a crazy sports game. And this is going to be very simple. I'm just going to put it in the background. I'm going to put this behind the hand basically. So I'm going to place the planet here, and actually you can see first the planet is not visible. Boom, you see this is the animation path for the planet, and as you can see it went from here to here. And I know if you have never used After Effects, this is looking extremely difficult for you, but trust me, once you get one of my classes where I show you the basics and essentials of After Effects, it's going to get so much easier for you, my dear friend. And here I of course want to focus on the face. I don't want to focus on the planet, you know. So that's why I'm going to make the planet a little bit blurry, and basically what will happen is when it will start from here, it's going to be really blurry, and the closer it gets to the face, the less blurry it's going to get. Just look at this, boom. And I'm going to do the same with the alien ship as well. Let me just quickly that's the alien ship, basically it's going to be there in the back, and my camera is about to die. Faster! With that said, let me just show you that beautiful animation once more to you, my dear friend Titus. So let's just look at this beautiful thing. Oh my god, this is amazing. Just look at this. Boom, boom, boom. And by the way, one more thing I forgot to add. You see that once we get closer, we start seeing here this really nice flying spacey things. I basically added a video on top of the animation. This was the video I was talking about. As you can see, we see here flying sparkles, and I just added this to my animation and changed the blending mode so I can have flying things as well in my animation. If you like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss my next beautiful tutorials. On Instagram, I am actually posting also really short lazy tutorials. So if you go to my Instagram, Fred's gallery Fred's_gallery, as you can see, I have here the art process, I have here the art process, you know, I have here the art process, and so on. Love you guys. See you. Bye bye.